Hello guys, this is Joyce from Enjoy Scrapping 2. So today I have some supplies that I'll be using for the mini album, kind of like a basic supply list. So if you want to go ahead and pick up a paper line that you like, or if you want to use the same thing that I have, I just chose out this Graphic 45 set. This is actually a collector's edition. That's because it comes with embellishments. So you can see that there's chipboard embellishments as well as stickers, which will help us to decorate our book. And we'll also add in additional little embellishments or whatever that's but I'll be choosing this paper line to work with. There's many Graphic 45 paper lines available at this store, so go ahead and look through them. And there's actually a couple collector's editions, so you can pick one up, same one as mine, or whatever line that you choose. For mini albums and things, I like the steampunk or like shabby chic look. Not like when I'm making cards. I make a lot of cute cards, but for mini albums, I prefer like that type of a style. And Graphic 45 is one of my favorites that I like to use for paper albums, as well as like Bo Bunny or like Tim Holtz or something like that. You know, so go ahead and choose whatever line of paper that you want to work with. Some other things that you would be needing will be some chipboards, depending on what color you like. They carry the craft line as well as the black line, which is like my favorite right now. Oh my gosh, I didn't know that there was colors available. You know, I always bought just the regular chipboards, and they have the black, craft, and a white. So depending on what color you want your cover to be, so this will be the front cover, back cover, and maybe our binding. Okay, so you want to use something thick, and this is very thick. It says medium weight chipboard, but it's a pretty heavyweight chipboard. I like the 12 by 12 size. They do have 8.5 by 11 size, so you can use that. If you don't have chipboard or you don't want to get some, you can probably use I don't know, maybe like a thick cereal box or some type of a box or whatever you like to use for your covers. But I prefer mine to be really sturdy so that they don't, you know, break over time. So I'll be using that. Sorry, I have to kind of put this down. And then the other things that I'll be also using are going to be some cardstocks. So this is the two colors that I chose out. This is 8.5 by 11. This is basil. So you can choose a craft line or the black. And this is going to help us to make tags that will go inside of the mini album, as well as maybe some outside tags. So you're going to be definitely needing some plain cardstocks. And so I chose out the craft and the black that will match the paper line. I just forgot my train of thought. Okay, and then if you like, you can pick up the number 10 manila tags. That would really work well. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you why you need cardstocks for this specific mini album that I'm going to create, because I want it to be pretty simple and basic. So for those of you that are starting out with mini albums, or you know, this is like your first time making them or whatever, I don't want to like overwhelm you, because if you've been making mini albums, you know that there are unlimited possibilities. And paper bag mini album, envelope, you can do a hybrid. I mean, just possibilities are endless. So I'm going to make it super simple and quick for my first one, and I decided to do this one. I've shared several different kinds of the paper bag, not paper bag, mini albums that I started that I never finished, and this one is the one that I'm going to use. And that's because initially I was gonna use the paper bags, but I don't have any of those paper bags, which is popular from like Michaels or the Recollections brand, because I don't have a Michaels here. And I know I picked up some while I was in California, but I can't find it. And so I also wanted to use the hidden hinge binding system. And so we're going to go ahead and make this ourselves. So obviously this is going to kind of be simple, you know, and so we can put our tags in here, and we can add additional flaps and interactive portion. But I just wanted to keep it pretty simple. This is super quick to put together. All you do is basically just fold it and then glue them down. So for the spine here, I didn't reinforce it at all. This is just cardstock because this was like a sample that I have. I like to back mine with Tyvek, which is the envelopes that I talked to you about before. These are like the FedEx bags, or when you get, you know, products, when you order products, sometimes, you know, it's stuffed in the bag. And I save all of these, so I'm not like telling you to go to the post office and like, you know, like steal it or whatever, but I recycle a lot. So I have all of these in like this huge box of all the recycled like packing papers and things like that, so that I could use it. Also, it's available in this form as well. You can pick it up at your local office supply store. It's called Tyvek, and this specific one I picked up in an envelope format, but there's like regular paper formats as well. But I just picked this up at the local office supply store, and I'm going to use this to reinforce our hinge, because after a while you keep opening and stuff like that, the paper will tear. So I like to reinforce it. So that's what we're going to use to reinforce this hidden hinge binding here. And then that will help us so that it doesn't, these don't break apart. So you want to use a heavy cardstock. And so other necessities that you will be needing would be some tape. Okay. I personally love to use a score tape or something in this sort, because you want a tape that is very strong. So whether you're using your ATG, which I have, I might use these as well. So I have both 1/4 inch and 1/2 inch ATG. So that's one option. And then of course these score tapes. And these are both available at Tupelo Designs LLC. This is like a 1/4 inch one, and then this is a 1/2 inch. I like to use these on certain areas where there's a lot of interactive activities, or like, you know, you really want them to stick. So this is the tape of my choice, but you can use whatever you like. And then another would be a liquid glue. So whether you're gonna use the Eileen's, what is this, tacky glue, you're gonna use a Scotch, or maybe like glossy accents, whatever liquid glue that you decide. There's also the Ranger's multimedia matte as well. So that is whatever you choose. So liquid glue and tape. So I think that about covers it, I think, for the basic necessities. Of course, we're going to distress all the pages, so you're going to need some distress inks, which is, I'm sure you guys all have them in your stash already. And then we're going to need a good pair of scissors, okay? We're going to use a good pair of scissors. We're going to do the cutting. And then you're going to need a paper trimmer, as well as a scoreboard would be very helpful. Otherwise, you could, you know, if you use your trimmer as a scoring tool, that's fine too. So, you know, a bone folder, because we're going to be doing a lot of creasing. I think that basically, I think I covered most of it. Maybe you might need a craft knife. I can't find mine right now, but I had the I'll have it out when we get started. I have the Tim Holtz, the craft knife, so I'll probably we might need those. So we may use everything that I mentioned. We may only use some, but I think that's the basic necessity that will cover our mini album. Okay, so the first episode is going to be how to put these together, probably, and the second will probably be like matting or putting additional inserts, and then the next will probably be decorating, and then I like to do my covers last, so we'll be doing our covers last. So I hope this kind of helps you to maybe gather some things for this project. I'm gonna start this right after Valentine's, so on the 15th, so you'll have plenty of time to grab some things that maybe you don't have or that you want to get, and then I'll catch you guys back on the 15th, and then we'll start putting this part together. Okay, thank you so much. I hope you're excited. I'm super excited. It's been a while since I made a mini, so I'm really excited. So I'll see you guys soon. Thanks so much. Bye.